Just a few days after rookie minicamp here in Minnesota, the Vikings have made a decision to bring in another valuable position player in Robert Tonyan Jr. The former Bears and Packers tight end will stay in the division and play with the Minnesota Vikings. Now in this video, we're going to break down exactly who Robert Tonyan is, what he adds, and why I think this is a way bigger signing than most people will think just looking from the outside in. Now before we jump into the video, do me a big favor and comment down below a record prediction for the Vikings this season. I know it's very early, but give me a prediction down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications. We will be covering the Vikings throughout the entirety of this year's offseason and regular season as well. With that being said, let's break down Robert Tonyan Jr. and what he adds to the team. So he's been in the league since 2018 as a UDFA. Now throughout his career, he has tallied up over 148 catches for over 1,500 yards and 17 touchdowns. Back in 2020, the man had 11 touchdowns with Aaron Rodgers and was pretty much a safety valve for the Green Bay Packers during that season. Since then, hasn't really had one of those breakout years since. In 2023, his most recent season, played in all 17 games with the Chicago Bears, but only had 11 catches for 112 yards, averaging about 10.2 yards per reception, which he was playing behind Cole Kmet, so was never really the starting tight end. Now, when you come over here to the Vikings depth chart, the one thing we're going to notice right away is you have TJ Hockenson. So one of you, or most of you, may be thinking, especially if you're outside of Minnesota and you don't know much about the Vikings, the main thing you're going to think is, why would they sign him when they already have TJ Hockenson and a guy like Josh Oliver, who they brought over from Baltimore? Now, the main reason is, we don't know when TJ Hockenson will be available to play, right? Now, he is going through some sort of recovery when it comes to his injury, recovering, I believe, a knee injury. Now, listen, he told reporters this week that there isn't a set timeline for his rehab from the ACL and MCL surgery when he went down in week 16 when they played the Lions, I believe, right? So no timeline really on it. They're just kind of taking it day by day, week by week as time goes on. But they're really expecting that Robert Tonyan can come in here and either be your tight end 1 or your tight end 2 while TJ Hockenson slowly gets repaired and, slowly gets ready for, his comeback. So right away it seems like Hockenson will not be here on day 1 of the season, but I think that he will be here within the first 8 weeks. I think Robert Tonyan is a guy who right away adds good depth, good competition, and a guy who has been a veteran in this league since 2018 can add, whether you need some veteran depth or you need someone to come and mentor some young guys, like a Nick Muse or Trey Knox, right? But I think him and Josh Oliver will do a really good job with this Viking team, especially now that you have a guy like Sam Darnold, a guy like JJ McCarthy, who are going to need guys to come in here and just have a safety net. And I believe that, Robert Tonyan back in 2020, he has showcased why and how he can be a good, safety net for a quarterback. Also, 2022, back with Green Bay as well, 53 catches, over 470 yards, 2 touchdowns that season as well. Overall, I really do like this addition. I think it's low risk, potential high reward starting tight end for basically nothing here. And when you look at the Vikings last season, they had a really good passing attack. Although Kirk Cousins missed, the majority of the season, they still looked really good. I mean, you look at the weapons they have with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. You still have a guy like bring in a guy like Trent Sherfield, Brandon Powell. I think they have done a really good job keeping this team, up to par, even bringing in Aaron Jones as well. So obviously the Vikings want to compete. Robert Tonyan helps them at the very least compete now and mentor guys for the future. I love it as a bridge tight end. Now let's break down some of his film. I'm going to show you why he might even be a better fit than we originally think. Alright, here we go. This is the first play I really want to show you guys, actually versus the Minnesota Vikings. Now, you're going to see him lined up here next to the right tackle, and what we're going to see him run here is he's going to fake like he's going to run a stick, and then get behind the defense and get to the right corner of the end zone. Now, he is going to be lined up here with Josh Martellus, who is kind of going to break in here and cover the deep middle of the field, and then kind of chase him from there. Now, watch how this play develops here for Robert Tonyan and Aaron Rodgers, as, they do a good job here getting some pressure on Rodgers, getting him outside the pocket, or making him extend the play on his feet, and then we're going to see him just throw it up there for Robert Tonyan, a guy who can do a bunch of different things, really well, but ends up outrunning Josh Martellus, who's a very good athlete overall, and gets a wide open touchdown in the right corner of the end zone. Just a beautiful play there by Robert Tonyan and Aaron Rodgers. Again, this is another reason I think he could be another big addition here for the Minnesota Vikings. A guy who can get up the field, make big plays, get touchdowns, but also be just a safety valve for your young rookie quarterback, or even Sam Darnold as well. Now, here's another play I really love. We're just going to get another go row here by Robert Tonyan. Just literally get up the field and try to outrun your defender. And that's exactly what he does in this play. Here we go. Rodgers drops back in the pocket. We're going to see one-on-one man coverage with Robert Tonyan and number 52, right? A guy who is an absolute mismatch when it comes to on tight ends. This is another reason I really do like this addition here for the Minnesota Vikings, especially while TJ Hawkinson, gets healthy. You can see right away he's going to have the speed advantage no matter what. Gets right down there. Rodgers didn't even have to hesitate, right? You look at Rodgers the entire time. Once he figures out, and you're going to see it, right? Watch it break down. Rodgers the entire time is seeing, is 52 going to play man-to-man? Because the one thing we notice, and I know you guys can rarely see it here, but if we go back to the top of the key here, we notice there is one deep safety, okay? Whenever there is one deep safety, one of these sidelines are going to be open depending on where this guy goes, right? So right away, Rodgers understands that, and he says, okay, let me see. Is 52 really in man coverage with my tight end that's just a beast? Yeah, he is. Boom. Throws it up. Doesn't have to look at anybody else, and what a dot. Again, I'm hoping J.J. McCarthy, Sam Darnold can throw balls like this, again, like Aaron Rodgers. But listen, at the end of the day, Robert Tonyan will get open. If he's in man coverage versus, a linebacker, it's over. It's literally over, and I think he's going to be a big reason why J.J. McCarthy is able to succeed early on in the season, especially with him as his safety valve. Again, do really like the signing. Comment down below a letter grade down below how you feel about Robert Tonyan joining the Minnesota Vikings. All right, here's another play I want to show you guys. Again, he's just going to run up the seams and just get open. You're going to see Aaron Rodgers make an unbelievable throw here. But again, this is the guy you're getting on your football team who can go up there and just make big-time plays in big-time moments. Here we go again. Drops back in the pocket. We're going to quickly realize this is sort of a zone coverage here. What you can tell right away is you got a hook curl here. Looks like number 8's in kind of like a mid-read. We got a hook curl, and then you got some deep safeties as well towards the back end, right? So again, Rodgers reads this, understands that 8 now turning his body. He's passing Robert Tonyan off. I'll show it better here. Passing Robert Tonyan off to a whole new player in that secondary. Boom, throws it right into the window. Big time catch, knowing he's about to get hit as well, and holds on. Hey, big time play by Robert Tonyan. I really do like this addition. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. In my eyes, low risk, high reward situation for the Minnesota Vikings. I think this is a nice pickup. By the way, shout out to the Timberwolves. Hopefully they can win tonight. Tie up the series, go 3-3 back to Denver. Maybe they can win that series. I don't know why I brought that up, but shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.